Hey everyone, Black Mammoth here, and yes, I'm still alive. How's it going? I know it's been a long time since I posted any YouTube videos. I'm sorry about that. I admit, except for the Skylanders videos, it didn't seem like anyone was really watching anything I was doing. I felt discouraged between the amount of views I was getting and all the work I was putting into making content and posting it regularly. I just decided to give it a break for a while because I was thinking, all this work, so few views, what was the point? Since then, I've seen like my NBA Street videos have become a bit popular. Nowhere near as big as Skylanders, mind you, but I think it's great that people are enjoying those videos of a terrific street ball game that likes of which they don't make anymore. It's a shame. It's one of the reasons I started putting out videos of the PlayStation 2 is because I wanted people to remember all the great games they had, the different types of games that they just don't even think about anymore, like NBA Street Volume 2, like War of the Monsters. That's a pretty unique game that was posted. Things like Extreme G Racing, combat racing like that don't do that anymore. No arcade sports. I don't know, there's plenty of things out there they just don't do anymore, and it's all supposed to be ultra realistic, except for mobile gaming. I don't see the point of that myself. I mean, sure, there's a place for ultra realistic games, but I like to think there's also a place for the fun, chaotic games that aren't realistic. I mean, at the end of the day, you're playing a video game. Sure, some people like more realism, but I just prefer fun. There's plenty of fun games these days, but I mean, the big focus for developers is how do we make it more like Call of Duty, and it's just getting to a point where I say, So, whatever. Anyway, getting back to things. While I've been away from YouTube, I have started a new project, a blog. A blog about Pokemon. And the whole reason I started it was because when Pokemon X and Y first came out, everyone was telling me about how awesome the games were, how fun and streamlined they were, how they changed things like leveling up, the combat system changed a bit, the movement of characters, the 3D combat, and other different things, character customization, and it's a lot of people have sung the praises of Pokemon X and Y, and don't mind that. And so I thought, before I get into Pokemon X and Y, maybe I should go back and play some of the older games to bring the Pokemon forward. And, this is a bit before they announced that, you have to bring all your Pokemon from, Black, White, Black 2, White 2 over to X and Y. Well, to be able to bring them over. And, so I was like, okay. It took a bit of doing, because I had a copy of Sapphire already for the Game Boy Advance, and I played just a little bit of that from a long time back. I had a copy of Pokemon Pearl at some point. I got really far with that, then it went missing, and I had to go and buy a new copy, but, you know, my old copy went and magically showed up and where I was least expecting, honestly. Then I went and bought Soul Silver and Black. And it cost me quite a bit to get a copy of Soul Silver with the Pokewalker, so that's going to be interesting. Yeah, I decided I was going to go from Pokemon Sapphire to Pearl to Soul Silver to Black and then finally to Pokemon Y. And I was thinking, you know what, if I'm going to go through all this work, bring all the Pokemon over from Sapphire all the way to Y, maybe I should, you know, write down my experiences. And I decided to do so. I'll probably post a link in the description, or probably better yet, like right here in front of me on the video. And then you can click on it and check it out. My blog has been all about detailing my adventures through the world of Pokemon. I didn't talk much about Sapphire because I was halfway through Sapphire when I started the blog. So there's very little talking about Sapphire besides when I beat the Elite Four for the Hoenn region, then gained the last of the legendaries there, and then I moved on to Pearl, which I'm currently on as of this video, right before the Elite Four, and the huge after game that I've seen on the Bulbapedia walkthrough, so that's gonna be interesting. Then it'll be on to Soul Silver after that, and you know, it's gonna be a lot of work, but I have a lot of fun with it. It's actually nice going back to Pokemon now because I feel like I know a lot more about how the game plays. I mean, even when I went back a bit with Pearl way back when, the copy I lost and found again recently, even then I wasn't thinking about stats and such. But now I'm thinking about the stats of the Pokemon, what type of attack to give them to accentuate, to really use those good stats or to try and make up for poor stats. And yeah, so it's been interesting. Building up my Pokemon okay. Enjoying the journey through the entire world of Pokemon, and hopefully before the end of the year I'll be on Pokemon Y with all my Pokemon brought over, and then just this awesome adventure, you know. And so yeah, if you're a fan of Pokemon, then please check out my blog. As I said, I detail my adventures, like here's, this is what I'm doing, here's the people I'm battling, I give a play-by-play of battles, like this Pokemon used that attack, and then that Pokemon countered with this other attack, and I try and keep it interesting. I try not to, if I'm going to an area with a lot of battles, I'll skip over some. I'll do a couple battles first, and then be like, okay, I beat this guy, I beat that girl, and now I'm through the route and into the town or city. And if it takes a while, I'm like, people don't want to read about all these different battles, but like detail like gym leader battles or battles against the honchos of the various teams, Team Galactic currently. So yeah, check it out, and please follow me, and and enjoy reading my blog, and eventually we can do stuff like battling together if you guys are interested, or maybe trading. I'm working my way slowly through the game, making sure I get as wide a variety of Pokemon as I can. Um, on my one copy I got, I was able to find a Ditto, so I'll be able to do some breeding later on. So, people want some rare Pokemon, then I just ask. I can do it. I can breed some Pokemon. And, yeah, so, here's the link again. And, yeah, check it out. Please follow me if you like it on the blog. And, I have a link, I have a little thing on the sidebar where you can put your email in there and be, emailed every time I, update. I try and update quite regularly, as life permits, obviously, and of course, as with this, it's gonna be a few days before the next update because of the amount of training my Pokemon are gonna have to do to beat the Elite Four in Pearl. I know these guys are very high level, like 5 levels higher than my team is currently, at least, and it's gonna take a while to get there. So I might do a blog post about my training. I might just go ahead with the Elite Four. I'm thinking training blog post, not going to be very long, of course. Then, talking about battling the Elite Four. So, I think I've talked for long enough. Yeah, so check it out. You can comment on my posts, let me know what you think, any advice. Yeah, that's how it goes. Thank you very much for watching my videos and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it. I'll finish up Time Splitters. I'll continue on with NBA Street Volume 2. Don't know about Gauntlet. The fourth guy, we had such a hard time trying to get with us. I got one extra video to post for that, the boss of the area we were at. And, yeah, I haven't been able to have him over since. I haven't tried, admittedly, for a while, but it was such a hassle. I might either stop Gauntlet or just do it with the 3-man team, me, red, and blue. Then it might work that way. I suppose Monkey, too, if he wants to get into things, that's entirely possible. So I might have a 4-man band again and have someone new for 4th. After that, I'm not quite sure. Probably continue on with more PS2 videos. I have some stuff that I could start posting once I get the editing done. I've got quite a bit recorded for a couple other games. That's if the urge comes about. My focus right now is on Pokemon. I'll try to get the Time Splitters at least finished. I don't know about NBA Street. But yeah, Time Splitters, I'll try and get finished soon. It's basically finished now. I just figured it'd be a good idea to show the multiplayer on the map I created. The one problem with NBA Street Volume 2 is the fact that I can be in the mood to just pick it up and start playing, but then to have to go through and set everything up to get that all ready for YouTube. Well, to record and then edit for YouTube, it's a bit of a hassle. If I could just jump into it and just play just without having to record, I'd probably be through it by now. It gets to be where I'm like, I want to play, and then I gotta go through this hassle, like, okay, let's play and talk. And it is what it is. You understand it. You get to where you go through all the hassle, gets up, and you're like, I don't know, I want to play anymore. It's different from just picking up a game and playing it. But yeah, for a while, my focus is going to be on Pokemon because, let's face it, Sapphire and now Pearl averaging like 100 hours each game, if not more. Definitely more in Pearl. I got 100 hours. It's going to be a lot more than 100 by the time I get through it. So yeah, each game's going to be 100 hours, so it's going to be a lot of work trying to play that and posting on my computer. So it's going to take a while to get through that, between, as I said, the length of the games and the posting while I'm playing. And then after I get through Pokemon Y, the plan is to continue the blog with a different team. My goal is to be a Pokemon Master. It's a blog title, Journey of a Pokemon Master. And it's no bullshit. I'm going to get as many normal Pokemon as I can in the game. All the legendaries available. And not only that, but make sure all the Pokemon are raised to around level 50. I want to, they evolve and such. I'm not going to try and stop evolutions and then breed them and then get the evolved form up to a point and then breed it and then get to the maximum evolution. I'm not going to do that nonsense. I'm just going to try and make sure every Pokemon is built up to like level 50. To wherever they, whichever level they evolve at, just let them evolve. So yeah, get all the Pokemon I can, bring each of them to their maximum potential, or at least halfway to it. Level 50 seems good to me, especially the streamlining of Pokemon Y and X. And yeah, and then after that, I'm not sure what I'll do. Yeah, I appreciate if you check out my blog, and thanks again for watching my videos. I do appreciate it. I'll come back at some point. I'll finish up Time Splitters soon, hopefully, and I'll finish up NBA Street at some point. Probably post some more Payday 2 videos. I have a few stocked up. So, yeah. Thanks for watching and for listening to my rambling. You guys have a good one, okay? Thanks again.